got the ball. He held on to the ball. They got it. Down to first. Ground ball, Bellamy, double play. Here's the throw down to third base. Turns around, catches made for out number one. Throw to first, double play. Ball grounded down to third base. Fielded a strong throw and a nice attempt was popped up in the air. This is going to be trouble. Long drive in a deep left field. Lacey watches and it's ball gone. Curveball swung on and missed strike three. This one over to third base, knocked down by Vanel.
Hi, everybody. This is Rick Gaydos along with Shawn Leary, and we are here at Gateway High School, home of the Gators, as they, 6-5, play host to the undefeated Eagles of West Deptford at 9-0. This will be a classic Colonial Conference showdown, and let's talk a little bit about West Deptford at 9-0. They are led by center fielder David Giuliani.
Yeah, Giuliani's had a monster season so far. He's batting over 740, 750. He's a guy that sprays the ball around. He's nursing a little bit of a wrist injury, but this guy's been fantastic. There's a lot of scouts that have been coming to see Anthony Scarrato, the outstanding two-way player here at West Deptford, who's going on to Penn State, and some big-time scouts are looking at David Giuliani right now because he's had such a phenomenal season. The only thing that hampers him maybe a little bit is his size. He's 5'10", but this is a terrific hitter. He has great speed, so once he's able to hit them gaps, he can really pour it on and move around the bases real well. This is such a powerful offense for West Deptford. They come in ranked number 4 in South Jersey under the carrier post, and they've just been phenomenal 1 through 9.
Yes, they have. And now, Gateway, 6-5. Early on, they were the comeback kids. A couple of big wins early in the season. They're now at 6-5. May 13th is the cutoff date for state playoff qualifications. Right. And Kevin Leamy, the second baseman, leads that team.
Well, he started off the year. We talk about injuries. This guy started off with a double ear infection. I mean, he was really hampered by that early in the season. I think it affected his play a little bit. And he's come on strong. Last couple of games, 2 home runs straight in the last 2 games. This guy's, his average isn't up there, but he certainly is a guy that can lead off a game. He had 21 stolen bases last year, so he really sets the table for the Gators. They need to have a big game from him to start off this game, because with West Deptford, you're going to have to score some runs, and it'd be great to get that leadoff guy involved early.
All right, Shawn. Well, the lineup cards have been exchanged. The umpires are going over the ground rules with the coaches, and we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, Eric Judd ready to throw the first pitch of the ball game here. Gateway playing host to West Deptford. Jake Brunell steps in the bat for the Eagles. First pitch, strike one.
Nice pitch by Judd, trying to come to the inside on Brunell. Brunell, a terrific 3-way standout for West Deptford. Here you see the order. Brunell's going to lead off with Giuliani playing center field. Scarrato batting short. First base, Joe Bernowski. Casey Havers at third. Frank Mullen, the catcher, at Dulcie, a sophomore. Pitching DH is Billy Baker, and John Brunell in right field rounds out the order. You can see those lofty numbers at the plate, but they have some nice batting averages throughout this order.
Jake Brunell batting .560, and we got a 2-1 count on Brunell. Jake Brunell, second baseman.
What a terrific athlete he is. And he starts off in football, and he's known for his foot during the fall season. He's got a big-time foot going to the Naval Academy.
Ground ball to Flacco. Flacco throws him out at first base to Kyle Denny. First baseman there takes the throw. We got one down as Brunell tried to beat that out, but we're going to bat now is David Giuliani, who we talked about early on. The center fielder is going to bat second.
You can see he circles this play nicely. Comes up throwing. Flacco is a guy you probably remember from also the fall season. He was the quarterback for the Gators, and also had a cousin who played at Audubon. He's a big-time football player.
Bit high, Giuliani, but a bit of a change-up pitch there to start it off. Takes a change-up. He's 1 ball, no strikes. Early on.
Andrew Gross better be playing up on this guy. He can.
Down to first base, it gets by Denny. Going down the line, retrieving it is Mike Lilly. Throws in, and into second base with a stand-up double. David Giuliani with a shot down that right
Yeah,
field
that
line.
ball was smoked down the line. Denny should have been able to handle it probably. But nonetheless, I mean, this guy's got a terrific bat. The ball just jumps off of it. We get our chance for the first time this year to see Anthony Scarrato.
Anthony Scarrato, shortstop. Judd in the stretch now, looking back at Giuliani, and we got a ball.
Man, what do you think's going through Judd's mind right now when Anthony Scarrato stepped into the plate? And you got this guy at the plate, you're thinking, I just don't want him to crush one over the fence, try to keep him in the yard.
Comes to the plate, slow curve at 2-0 now. Judd's had some tough losses. Last two outings, he's been really shellacked. Lost 14-4 at Gloucester and also lost 10-1 to Sterling, but had that big comeback victory. He got the win for over Haddonfield, their second game of the season. They come back to win that 17-14.
A little bit of offense in that one.
Yep. Judd brings it home, and that is outside.
That's a good pitch by Judd. You want to try to keep it away from Scarrato. Although this guy, I mean, it doesn't matter where the ball is pitched. He can go after it, and he can hit it to every single field. He can hit it down the line and right. He's got great power all over.
We're going to see if he could, not going to give him really anything to hit here, probably, and put him on and force out. There's ball 4.
Yeah, you want to pitch around him. You got the base open. Probably a good decision by Judd. But the problem with this lineup is there's no holes in it. So, I mean, you face Scarrato and Giuliani, and then you have Joe Bernoski coming to the plate. Bernoski hitting .500 coming into this game.
So we got one out. Giuliani at second, Anthony Scarrato at first, and in steps cleanup hitter Joe Bernoski, first baseman.
He leads the team with 9 doubles. In 9 games, I might add.
Low and away on the outside, and it's 1-0 to Bernoski.
I think you got to call that first one an error on Denny, because it was hit to him. He got his glove on him. You got to come up with a play. No, it was a shot.
I think we gave him a double on that.
You gave him a double?
I gave him a double. There's a little floater, and diving in just out the reach of Kevin Leamy. Goes out to right field, and Giuliani had to hold up thinking it was going to be caught. And now the bases are full of Eagles at first, second, and third, and up steps number 5 batter, third baseman Casey Havers.
Just out of the reach of Leamy, gives the stretch, not able to come up with it. You're right, Giuliani had to hold at second base, and now you got the bases full for Havers.
Judd now takes a signal from catcher Tony Donchev. There's a strike.
Boy, Judd does everything right there, except for he gets the out. He jams the hitter. There's a possibility should be a little play at second.
Yeah, because Scarrato was actually off first base a little bit. He almost would have had him caught there if he'd have been able to come up with that catch.
Second baseman Leamy was shaded over more towards the bag at second base. That's the reason he wasn't able to get to it.
Bit high and outside on that pitch to Casey Havers. It's now 1-1 count, 1 out. Base is full of West Deptford Eagles. Nowhere to put anybody. Judd looks back, brings it home. There's the ball, and that's through a parking lot. And we got 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I think I've said this that one was actually near my truck.
You know what?
That was actually near my truck, I think.
We're going to have to get our director to hire somebody with it just to sit by your truck just to make sure it doesn't get hit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Havers in a bit of a hole now. This is a good pitching position to be in. Comes high and inside, and we got 2-2 now to Havers. Nice crowd on hand here, taking in a ball game.
It's a friendly backyard rivalry with Gateway and West Deptford, pretty much all sports.
Route 45 splits them right down the center of town. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Throws home for the force out. Throws to first. Double play. What a nice defensive play. And that was Judd to Donchev to Denny for a double play. So you got 1 to 2 to 3. A 1-2-3 double play.
Yeah.
How about that?
How many times you see that?
At the end of a half inning, West Deptford was threatening, and they get out of that double. They get out on a double play. No score in that ball game.
Well, it's surprising they got this double play. It was a curve. Haver shoots it back through the middle. It looks like he double clutches. Make sure that Donchev had time to throw the mask off. Well, he didn't even throw his mask off. And guns it down to first. I don't know what the clutch was, but he looked like he either had it stuck in his glove but he had a double clutch on it. But nonetheless, 1-2-3, it works for them.
Yeah, and it was a great throw because the first baseman, Danny, really didn't go left or right of the bag. He should have, gone a little bit left or right to take that throw.
And it looks like he might have got hit a little bit by Havers coming down the line. Because I think they had a little bit of contact down there. The throw was a little bit into the bag.
The catcher didn't even have time to step out from home plate to get that bit of an angle to make that throw to first base. I mean, it was bang, bang, real quick.
Nice play by Judd.
Okay, so pitching for West Deptford, Alex Dalsey, he's a sophomore. He's got an earned run average of 1.27. This is 9-0 West Deptford team.
You see the Gators lineup. Kevin Leary, we talked about him in the open with a 250 average, playing second base. Tony Donchi, batting 370, catcher, batting second. Mike Flacco at short, batting 367 at third. The cleanup hitter, Andrew Gross, playing third base. Left fielder, Brian Miller. See John Lawrence, the center fielder. Designated hitter is Ed Seeley. Kyle Denny at first base. And rounding out that lineup is Mike Lilly, the right fielder, hitting 429. Nice average from your 9-hole hitter. Not too bad.
All right, Kevin Leamy featured in our pregame talk about these two teams. The second baseman, he's going to be the first batter up here as Alex Dalsey going through the warm-ups.
Yeah, Dalsey's got a nice live arm. This guy's is just a sophomore. And the different pitches that he has, the command that he has, a lot of Division I schools are really looking at this guy. He's got a split finger pitch that is just terrific.
One of the items I was thinking about coming to the game today was, this is 2 weeks in a row now. We've got some top teams we've had on Comcast. We had Eastern last week, who definitely we will see and read about in Group 4 playoffs in baseball. And now we got West Deptford at 9-0, hopefully trying to go 10-0. But the Gateway's going to try and stop that, and more than likely West Deptford's going to be high in these playoffs.
And I think we have Gloucester Catholic and Pennsville coming up.
Oh boy!
Two of the bigger teams in South Jersey, although Pennsville got knocked off. Congratulations to the Woodies yesterday.
First pitch is high and out of play. As that Leamy fouls off the first pitch. Got no balls, 1 strike. Alex Dalsey, we mentioned, the sophomore. His career record is 6-1. And 0-2 count on Leamy.
Gets that call.
Bit of a late call there by the umpire, but 0-2.
Nice curve. That dropped off. Had a nice drop to it.
Dalsey brings it home. There's a line drive. That's in the gap. That's going to be extra bases. Going to roll out to the fence. Leamy rounds first. Going to second. And outfielders throw up their hands. Base umpire is going to run out there as it went underneath 2 bases. It rolled underneath. For those of you that may not be familiar with it, here at Gateway, they have one of these collapsible type fences, not a solid fence, storm type fence, but it's just a collapsible plastic type fence, and the ball just kind of rolled right underneath there. So the first batter, Leamy, gets a double, and
you can see it here. It rolls, and those guys immediately throw their hands up, and they were probably happy to see that ball roll under. Leamy with good speed, probably would have rounded second and got the third easily, despite both those guys going after.
So Alex Dalsey, second batter, already working from the stretch.
Here comes the sun.
As Tony Donchev steps in the bat.
He's got him. Oh, he had him. He definitely had him leaning. Scrotto unable to come up with the throw. Throw was a little bit off by Dalsey, but he definitely had him leaning. Probably would have Got him with a good throw. Tony Donchev.
Tony Donchev, the catcher.
Spot. He looked like he was going to wheel and try to bunt the runner over.
The lineup, we had him listed as number 29, but he's number 25. Dalsey looks back. Leamy brings it home on a curveball strike. No ball, 1 strike.
29. Who's the most famous baseball player you know with the number 29?
John Crook.
There you go. It immediately comes to my mind. How about 25?
Barry Bonds? I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know either. Bobby Bonilla, 25. That's right.
I think Alex Dalsey, he's got number 25.
Yeah, he could. Well, or Tony Donchev. Depends.
25 to 25. So here we are, bottom of the first inning. West Deptford had the bases loaded with 1 out. Didn't score. Now Gateway threatening. It gets by the catcher on to third.
Good jump by Leamy. There is not much room behind this backstop. Gateway is one of these places where, just because it's a wild pitch or maybe pass ball, you always got a shot of throwing down the runner. You get a good bounce off the backstop.
I think it was a wild pitch because that almost hit Donchev in the foot. In fact,
that's a wild pitch. But
umpire looked for a second to see if it did hit him.
Nice jump by Leamy off a second. Now Donchev will certainly be swinging away unless they go with the suicide squeeze. Gets a piece.
And there's a foul tip. Hard for the catcher to hold that one. That was way outside.
That's Frank Mullen back there.
Mullen, yep.
Yeah, he's been terrific. He really does a nice job with his pitching staff. They had Justin Hilt. He was supposed to pitch today. He's the guy who started the season at 4-0.
He's got a bit of strep throat.
Yeah.
There's the foul ball down the third baseline, and we got a coach doing a little dance out of the way there.
Those shots you want to get out of the way as quick as possible.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Kevin Leamy takes the lead off at third base. Donchev looks for the sign, steps in now, and Dalsey ready to deliver. He hit him that time. So Donchev hit by pitch, goes to first. First and third now, nobody out. And
you think you're trying to.
Mike Flacco. Right. Mike Flacco steps up shortstop.
Into the 2. You're going to get the courtesy runner coming in.
And
good luck. Old number 35 comes into the game.
I have to just tell Mom and Dad we didn't have that number.
No.
I mean, we didn't have that name. We had a number, we didn't have a name. We'll get that for you, though, before the, because I'm sure he'll be out to run again. Tall Mike Flacco steps in. Dalsey looks to third, fakes the throw, comes back. Nothing going on. Trying to keep the runners honest and close to the bag. Takes the sign from Mullen. Brings home now. There's low and away. That's a ball. And we're at 1-0. Well, it looks like the rain's going to hold off here. A bit windy, but there's a bouncer in front of the plate. Mullen stops it. Keeps Donchev, or not Donchev, but courtesy runner at first base.
Never been able to find a roster that I liked in this business. It always seems like there's always 1 or 2 names that just don't appear.
It's like a garbage time in a basketball game when guys get into the end and you have no idea who they are.
They don't have a number or anything on their jersey. They got like a T-shirt.
And there's first
it's a little conference.
Little trip to the mound.
John Yorkow goes out there, or John Yoler, I'm sorry. Yoler, well, he one of the best pitchers to come out of South Jersey Gloucester Catholic product, was on that 24-0 team. John Yallers has to be one of the best pitching coaches, and it shows with his staff.
2 balls, no strikes. Dulcie delivers. There's another one low, and that's 3-0 now. So the sophomore struggling a bit. Does have a low earned run average. He's pitched 11 innings so far this season. This is his 3rd game. And they've been 10 running people, so he hasn't really gone the distance. There's ball 4, and they're loaded up with Gators. So base on balls.
Yeah, he's one of these pitchers too. Once he starts warming up, you want to get to him early. And especially this West Deptford team, you want to get to them early. You don't want to fall behind, because West Deptford's a team that's going to score some runs on. And you have to jump out.
Andrew Gross, 3rd baseman, steps in now. Leamy at 3rd. Mike Flacco at 1st base. And we got Brad Kane at 2nd base, the courtesy runner.
There you go. Still a little low. Everything's low so far from Dulcie. These balls are coming a little bit below the knees. He's missing with his fastball.
Two balls, no strikes.
That's a good pitch.
There's a strike right down the middle. 2-1.
Gross being patient. Good idea to take a look at one. This one also, it's got to be there. You got to make sure that this one is right down the heart of the plate. Otherwise,
nowhere to put anybody right now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dulcie takes the sign from Mullen. There's a curveball. There's a ground ball in the hole between short and third. In comes Leamy. And holding up at 3rd base is Brad Kane.
Probably a wise decision. Derek Scarrato, younger brother of Anthony, comes up throwing from left field, and it was a terrific throw.
Yeah,
probably could have gunned Kane at the plate.
Yeah, Derek Scarrato, left fielder. He's a junior. He's the younger brother, he said, of shortstop Anthony Scarrato. And we got the Brownell brothers also. Right fielder John, and his older brother Jake is the 2nd baseman. And Brian Miller takes a strike.
He's getting that curve over.
Still nobody out. Bases full of Gators. Miller with a ground ball to short. It hits the runner. Okay. And that was the run scores. Back and out, going from 2nd to 3rd, was Mike Flacco.
Yeah, the runner's.
He's got to go back to 3rd base, right?
He can't score on that. He's got to go back to 3rd base.
That's correct.
And the runner is out.
Out. Dead ball immediately. He's base umpire threw his hands up. So Flacco makes the first out of the inning, being hit by that. So Kane stays on 3rd.
I'd go home and take the helmet off, go into the dugout. They got you got to make him make the call, you know.
Mm-hmm. John Lawrence, or Ed Seeley, correction, DH. He's batting now.
I was going to say, it's going to be hard to see.
Well, you know what? According to what they gave us here, they're batting out of order. But we'll have to just see. Because Lawrence should be batting according. Now, we don't have the official lineup card that was handed out. We do from West Deptford, but this was the starting lineup given to us by the Gateway coach.
Low again.
So Seeley, the DH.
Well, Bill Gore is taking stats over there for West Deptford. And
we'll check with him.
Out of order. He will know.
Well,
Blows that pitch by him. Nice fastball.
It's kind of ironic if he should be batting out of order. It's really not up to West Deptford to do anything about this right now. If he gets out, they can just leave it stand as it is. However, though, if he gets a hit, they can then bring it to the attention of the umpire. And again, it could just be a simple mistake given to us on the lineup.
Yeah, it could have been.
Oh, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, bases full of Gators. They would have scored a run, but Kane, running from second to third, was hit by the ball for the first
I
out.
don't know if they would have been able to turn 2 or not and end the inning.
The correction, Mike Flacco that was, right?
Yeah.
There's low, and we got a full count now, and there's nobody to put anybody on base. 3-2, 1 out. 1-0, Gateway in the lead, and they're threatening here in the bottom of the first inning. Been a long first inning. There's a ground ball to first, going deep to get it, throws back. And a run scores, Kane scores. Kane scores from second base, and on that play, Joe Bernowski threw to Alex Dalsey. Bernowski with a nice play deep in the hole there. I don't know if we have a look at that. Here we go.
Yeah, Bernowski going deep, takes a stab at it. And nice job by Dalsey coming over, covering. Great anticipation, almost ran over the bag, but great anticipation by him as soon as he threw that pitch to get off the mound and cover first. Especially as a sophomore, some younger guys won't make that play.
Cutting across, making a throw.
Nope.
Safe at first base. Casey Havers tried to get that slow chopping ground ball.
Denny was busting it down the line. Nice job by him.
Infield single there. And scoring on that play is Andrew Gross. On third now is Miller. We got first and third. And we got Mike Lilly batting now, and somewhere trying to see who's on deck. It should be, this is only the 8th batter of the inning.
Should be Eric Judd. I think the pitcher's going to bat. And so they took out the designated hitter apparently.
That's what it looks like happening. John Lawrence, the center fielder, is not going to. So it appears that Seeley was batting for Lawrence, and everybody shifted up in the lineup. At least that's what we have. We're going to officially get that for you when we break. But right now, Mike Lilly, the right fielder, and they try and get Kyle Denny off of first base. Nothing going there. 1 ball, no strikes, 3-0 Gateway, bottom of the first inning. Alex Dalsey been in a jam ever since Kevin Leamy started off with that double. There's a strike, and it's 1-1 to the batter. So he's given up a double, 2 singles. He hit a batter, got a base on balls. Been a tough inning here for the sophomore, Alex Dalsey.
He struggled with his control, and everything's been low. He almost slips off the mound that time.
Line drive, base hit. Here comes another run. Going on to third is Denny. And Mike Lilly with an RBI. Brian Miller scored. That's another single. 4 hits this inning. And it looks like they batted around as Eric Judd now is going to step in to bat. The 9th batter in the inning.
I don't know if he's having a problem with the mound. Doesn't seem to be showing it if he is, but that time it looked like he actually slipped after his delivery, but a lot of his pitches have been low.
2 outs, first and third for Gateway. There's a bounce in. That hit 6 feet in front of the plate.
I think he's really having a problem with it now. Now he's doing some work on it.
Well, David Giuliani, who's out there playing. However, though, the center fielder has a wrist injury, probably not going to be able to pitch. We know that Hilt is out with strep throat, so Coach Shawn McKenna facing some tough situations here early in the ball game. There's one off the backstop, and we're at 1 ball and 1 strike.
They still got a number of guys listed as pitchers on their roster. And their closer, Anthony Scarrato.
Now, I haven't followed a lot of the scores early part of the games, but I can't imagine West Deptford's trailed in 4-0 in too many ball games.
No, they haven't trailed in too many games at all. And this team's been phenomenal, and they start the games off usually busting right out and scoring runs early.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Kyle Denny on third base. Mike Lilly on first. They had back-to-back singles. There's a high foul ball right over our heads and right over all the fans, too. Still 1-2. Home plate umpires out of baseballs. Okay.
Also making sure Gateway stays in its dugout. A couple of guys were sneaking through there in the corner.
Pitcher Eric Judd trying to help his cause here. He's got a 4-0 lead. Way outside with that curve. It's 2-2. Three singles and a double and a base on balls, and they hit a batter. Alex Dalsey has really struggled so far here in this first inning. 2-2 count. Dalsey brings it home. He jams him. Judd, Dalsey retrieves, throws to Bronowski, and it's 3 outs in the inning. So after 1 inning of play, a long first inning, West Deptford's Gateway sends up 9 batters to the plate. They score 4 runs. They leave 2 people stranded. It's 4-0 Gateway in front of West Deptford. We'll be right back. We're back for the top of the second inning. Eric Judd digs in to deliver to catcher Frank Mullen. Number 18 for West Deptford, and they are in a hole to start 4-0. But it is early, and they are a high performance team.
Yeah, they're going to score some runs on you.
There's an excuse me swing, goes down first base line, foul. 1-1 on Mullen.
Frank Mullen with 3 home runs. Could have had 4, but one of the games was rained out, and they took one away from him. But he did just hit a grand slam the other night.
Eric Judd delivers to Mullen. There's a curve, and there's a shot in the gap. That could be extra bases. But cutting it off quickly is Mike Lilly, and sends a nice defensive effort by Mike Lilly.
Yeah.
Cut that one off.
Yeah, Lilly does a terrific job getting over. Mullen, not the fastest guy on the West Upper team. In fact, he's coming out as we speak as the courtesy runner comes in. But he does a nice job sitting back, great hand work. Redirects that pitch into right field, and it looked like a double coming off the bat. There was right into the gap. And Lilly gets over, cuts it off nicely.
And up batting now, Alex Dalsey, the pitcher for West Deptford. Gets away from the catcher. It hit him, said it just touched his uniform. So it's now the first 2 batters of the inning. Up steps now is Bill Baker. He's the DH. And he bats for Derek Scarrato, the junior left fielder. Out there defensively, and Baker is the DH. And he looks like he could knock one out to the DMV here. He gets a hold of this. Wind is blowing in.
Baker doesn't have any home runs this season, but is coming in batting .333.
Got an on-base percentage of .550.
Not bad from your 8-hole hitter, huh?
There's the ball. That's 2-0. So West Deptford trying to get right back in this. Trailing 4-0. Top of the second inning. Nobody out. First two batters get on. Single by Mullen. Dalsey hit by a pitch. Eric Judd was in a jam in the first inning and got out of it. Trying to do that again. There's a pitch right down the middle. 2-1 to the batter.
Judd was able to work himself out of that first inning jam on a nice defensive play at 1-2-3 double play to get out of there. And with a decent defense behind him, he'd love to get either a strikeout here or a double play.
2-2 on a swinging strike by Baker. Runners with short leads off of first and second base. Judd looks back to second once, twice, now brings home. There's a curveball, and that's in right out to Brian Miller, and Brian Miller makes a nice catch.
We had a good view of that ball. You know, it's the type of play off a left-handed stick where it really tails back to you. And Miller doing a nice job of not trying to overrun that play. I'm sure he's seen plenty of balls come out the left field.
John Brownell, the right fielder, number 24, steps in now. Judd turns around, shouts a couple of instructions at his shortstop, Mike Flacco. Pitch, and that's high, and we're at 1-0. Crowd filling in even more from earlier. Nice crowd here for a high school baseball game on a Wednesday afternoon in Gloucester County. And you're watching it on Comcast, Channel 5. There's a shot, and that's deep, and they're on their horses. Let's see who has it back at the fence is Lilly with a nice catch. So Mike Lilly with two great defensive efforts so far. He held the first hit to a single, cut it off in the gap, and a nice play out there. The wind held that up just a little bit.
Yeah, it got up there.
We're going to take a look at it here.
The wind does get out. He's able to extend his arms. You can see Lilly going to come into your picture here, and he gets after it in a hurry, sets up, camps underneath of it. You're right, that ball did get held up a little bit by the wind.
As tagging up and going on to third base is the courtesy runner for West Deptford.
Wind is blowing in from right field.
Yeah, looking at the flagpole here in front of the Gateway High School, it's blowing straight away, and that came right off the umpire. Foul tip, straight back. No ball, 1 strike.
Donchev comes out. One of the things that catchers do, when the umpires get hit, one of them foul tips, kind of look out for each other. He goes out, talks to the pitcher. Umpire gives him enough time because he wants to recover from getting whacked.
Again, the umpire has given some instructions. So now they tell the West Deptford team only one man allowed out of the dugout at a time, trying to keep everybody inside. And Judd fakes a throw, comes back with it, digs in, runners at first and third, 2 outs. West Deptford just trying to get a single digit on the board here, and a goose egg so far here in the second inning. There's another foul straight back, and it's still an 0-2 count. So Jake Brunell following his brother John, who's at first base, and Jake just trying to get somebody aboard, trying to stay alive. He's at 0-2.
Jake also played little hoops in the wintertime. One of the better athletes in the county. Also probably one of the more unsung athletes in the county because of Anthony Scarrato. It's kind of taking the luster from Jake a little bit, because he's probably one of the better athletes, I'd say.
And John just flied out, and a deep fly ball held up in the wind out to Mike Lilly, who tracked it down way out near the right center field fence. Judd looks back Dalsey at first. There's a curveball outside.
Just outside.
2-2 on the batter.
One of the things that makes West Deptford so dangerous is they do a terrific job with the off-speed pitches. They have terrific hands. They're able to hold back and wait on that pitch. We've already seen them hit a couple of curveballs here today that probably some of the teams in Gloucester County wouldn't have a shot at hitting.
Almost swings at that, holds up. That's high and outside also. We got a full count, 3-2, 2 outs. Think the runners are going to be going here, Shawn? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the guy from first.
Judd takes the sign from Donchev. In comes, and there's a high fly ball down the right field line, and Mike Lilly settles underneath. And the wind took it away from him a little bit, and catches it for the third out. That right field area for here at Gateway kind of goes uphill a little bit, and it's hard. I don't know if you can see that on the screen as you're watching it at home, but it raises up from going from the right field area to the right field line, and he kind of lost his footing there, and it's really hard to see that, but you can see him kind of running uphill here a little bit to make that catch. There you can see the little bit of undulation as it goes up. So he kind of caught his footing a little bit. 4-0. We're going to Gateway, bottom of the second inning, they lead 4-0. First batter for them stepping in is Kevin Leamy. He started this thing off with a double and scored in the first inning as Gateway is jumped right on top of West Deptford here. 4-0. Bottom of the second inning. There's a high pitch, and Leamy holds up his swing. So it's 1-1, and Dalsey is going to try and settle in here. See if he can keep the Gators off the bases. There's a high pitch, and catcher Frank Mullen, who's tall anyway, had to step really high to catch that one. There's another high pitch, not as high as the last one, but it's 3-1 now.
I got a good look at his footing. I just really think that Dalsey just hasn't figured out this mound yet. I think he's really having a problem getting his footing as he releases, and his release point's off.
That's high. Foul back off the top of the backstop. Full count now, 3-2 on the first batter of the second inning here for Gateway. There's a swinging strikeout. Leamy, and that's the first strikeout of the game for Eric Judd. Or correction, Alex Dalsey. Catcher Tony Donchev steps in now.
Strings through that. So Dalsey, as I said, he's going to get better as he works into this game.
Swing and strike again there now by Donchev. That's high and a bit inside, and we're at 1-1. Dalsey delivered there. That was a great curveball low and away, and Almost looked like a slider there for a second.
Well, he has a slider. He has a split-fingered fastball that really a lot of people say is his out pitch. His great rotation on it. And also pretty live fastball.
There's some heat right down the middle and off the handle of the bat as Donchev trying to stay alive at 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was probably the fastest ball we've seen Dulce throw so far today.
Yeah, he got it up there pretty good.
He brought it, as they say. Mullen glances over, looks for the signal from head coach Shawn McKenna in his 6th year now at West Deptford. There's a pop fly down to territory. It's going to be up that hill. It's tough running uphill catching that ball. It's almost got to the dead ball area and pretty close to our Comcast truck.
Yeah, Bernowski, he just gave one of the dives, figures maybe it'll land on me. Good effort by him, though. Right?
Shawn McKenna, after he got out of University of Nebraska, he was coaching at West Deptford American Legion team, and now is his 6th season coaching the varsity baseball team at West Deptford High School.
We have a couple of really good coaches in Gloucester County. I don't know if you consider
little nubber off the bat. Scarato double clutches it, and it's safe. And that was squibbling as it got out there, and he had trouble getting it out of his glove. And racing down to first, Donchev with an infield single.
Oh, man, you're easy on these guys. I think this is an error. He comes up with it cleanly. It comes up with an easy play for him, and he knows that he could have had that very easily. And just bobbled a little bit.
They do rule that an error on 6. Shortstop.
You're in the giving mood today, though, right?
I am.
Kind, very kind of you.
Okay.
I respect that.
In steps Mike Flacco, shortstop. Halsey brings it down. There's a foul out of play down the right field line. Almost makes it out to Tanyard Road.
We talked about Shawn McKenna earlier. There's a happy fan giving us a wave.
No balls, 1 strike. Donchev on first base with 1 out. On an error by the shortstop. There's a ball to right field. Line drive caught for the 2nd out.
That was John Brownell out there, and he tries to turn 2. Getting off the bag was Brad Kane, taking a little bit of a lead down there at first.
Actually, this time I think they left Donchev in the run.
Is that right?
Yes, they did.
Unbelievable.
I believe so.
No,
they got Kane in there. Okay. 35 and 25. That's what happened there. There's a little humper over the pitcher, and Jake Brunell catches that one and tags out Kane, running from first to second for the 3rd out of the 2nd inning. So after 2 complete innings of play, it is Gateway 4, West Deptford nothing. We'll be right back. David Giuliani, center fielder, steps in to lead off the top of the 3rd inning here for West Deptford. That's high, and that's a ball. So we're into the game now. Eric Judd seems to have settled in a little bit, Shawn.
He's done a nice job, and he worked himself out of the beginning in the 1st, and he's getting the ball over the plate. And one thing he's doing is he's just mixing up. He's not an overpowering pitcher.
There's a shot in the gap, and with a diving catch, John Lawrence, center fielder, makes the 1st out of the inning. Let's take a look at this one, Shawn.
John Lawrence, nice job. Going hard to his left. Makes the diving stab. It's a face full of grass. Mike Lilly and John Lawrence are having a nice time out in right in center.
A lot of putouts there. Anthony Scarato steps in now, shortstop. He walked his first time up. That's a bit high. 1 ball, no strike. And Eric Judd with a nice pitch count. Really hasn't had a lot of people on base. Scarrato with a nice curve there. 1-1 on Eric Judd. Throws a curve there, and Scarrato takes it for a strike. There's a high fly ball. That looks like it's going to be out of play. Out of play, right past the Comcast camera there.
Foul balls are such an adventure down over at this high school level, right?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You got fans around, cars, cameras. I'm excited by I get excited about the foul ball.
That's good.
Something neat about it. You know
it is. It's great. Scarrato digs in. There's a shot up right over second base. John Lawrence deals down, throws it in to Mike Flacco. And Scarrato at first base with a single.
Everyone down the trail, minute, figure it out.
So West Deptford with a runner on. Joe Bernowski, first baseman. Eric Judd now be working out of the stretch. Scarrato with some speed at first base. Got a nice lead.
I think Scarrato is projected as about a 3rd rounder right now.
Really?
In the draft. So that's something I guess we're going to be keeping an eye on.
I guess Joe Paterno's thinking about that too, because he wants to have him play football.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to have an eye on that as well.
Bernowski, down goes Scarrato, and he's safe. The throw is a bit wide by Donchev to the left of the bag. Leamy took the throw, but Scarrato was in there. I think even a good throw,
yeah,
Scarrato might have.
Jump.
Good jump there. I don't know if we're going to take a look at that or not.
I don't know if we have that. But that was a terrific jump by Scarrato. Timed it perfectly. Judd peeking over there, but
Scarrato now at second base. That gets away from the catcher. Scarrato goes down, standing up, going into third base that time. It was, we said earlier, Shawn had mentioned, it's only about 15 feet behind the home plate and the catcher, the umpire, to the backstop.
Yeah.
So you really have to have a good jump to steal a base on a either a wild pitch or a pass ball.
you know, much remember if you get a nice bounce, especially coming home.
Joe Bernat.
We've seen some nice close plays at home with the ball and a wild pitch getting away. Some guys trying to score.
Bernowski a bit hesitant to go after that one, and it's called a strike. We're at 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Anthony Scarrato taking the lead off at third base. And Bernowski held up on that swing, so we're at 2-2. West Deptford trailing 4-0. Ranked in the top 10 in many publications in South Jersey. Trying to keep that ranking up there for themselves. And that's high, and it's a full count now.
Yeah, you don't want to get yourself in trouble now with 2 straight balls. You don't want to start walking people. That's one thing against West Deptford. You can ill afford to start walking guys because they're going to hurt you with their bats. You start giving free passes, and that's where West Deptford scores runs.
And it's only 1 base on balls has been issued by Judd so far. And there's a ball 4. He thought he had that one, squeezed the glove a little bit, but doesn't get the call. And trotting on down to first base, Joe Bernowski, and up steps now Casey Havers, left-handed batter. And Havers hit into a double play the last time up. That was the 1-2-3 double play we had. That's high to Havers.
You got it, Johnny. Hey, kid. Settle in, you got
Joe Bernowski with a slight lead off of first base. Anthony Scarato down on third.
Havers coming into the game with 7 RBIs, 9 hits, 3 of them were doubles.
Bernowski dives back to first. Top of the third inning, 4-0 Gators lead the Eagles. There's a high fly ball behind second base. Drifting back is Flacco, makes the catch. Great catch by Mike Flacco. So
yeah, I don't think Lawrence got a great jump off that from center field. That's a tough play for Flacco. As you can see here, Lawrence coming in. I don't know if he would have. I doubt if he got it. He even looked like he kind of lost that ball. He didn't know exactly.
And I think the wind held that up a little bit too. I mean,
the wind's blowing a little bit.
It's dead straight coming in from center field, folks. And it's holding. It's not as strong as it was maybe 20 minutes ago, but the flag's blowing straight away here in front of on the flagpole in front of Gateway High School. Frank Mullen, the catcher, steps in. That's outside, right on the corner for a strike.
Something you're going to see on the outside part of the plate. That's all.
That's all. That's all right.
Good keen, detailed play-by-play by you.
Thank you. Appreciate that very much.
Rob.
Judd brings it down. A second strike on the corner.
Yeah, that's 2 terrific pitches right on the corner to Mullen. Now he's got to protect.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This is a great situation to be in as a pitcher. This is where you can throw some junk.
That's
try and catch the batter off guard.
Also a good situation to maybe try and run on this pitch if you got good speed down there.
That's high, and Donchev steps up to take that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on the corners for West Deptford. Mullen looks down. Coach McKenna take a sign. Steps back in now. Judd looks to Donchev for the pitch to throw. Steps back off the mound as Joe Bernowski trots back to first base. It's like, there's a curve, strike 3. And Frank Mullen can just look back at the home plate umpire and walk back to the dugout there. Nice strikeout pitch by Eric Judd. And that's his second strikeout of the game. So after 2.5 innings of play, it is Gateway 4, West Deptford nothing. We'll be right back. Left fielder Brian Miller steps in for Gateway. The first pitch is a ball. Bottom of the third inning, 4-0 the Gators in front of West Deptford. And there's a swing and strike, and we're at 1-1.
See Miller grounded out his first plate appearance. Miller, the left fielder. Big kid, got some size.
Brian Miller batting .344 on the season before the start of today's game. First inning, he did score. He was the 4th run to score in that inning.
Brian being a big kid, man, he really is back in the batter's box, back corner.
2-1, and there's a swing and strike, and we're at 2-2 now as Dalsey has seemed to have settled in after that first inning. The sophomore pitching for this West Deptford team at 9-0 on the season. Gateway trying to pull off would be more than a mild upset here today. There's high, it's a little chin music. And we're at 3-2, full count.
Yeah, this would be a big upset if Gateway was able to pull it off. See this ball coming in on Miller, and it sails over his head.
There's a slow grounder to Scarato, picks it up, throws over. It's high, but a nice save by Joe Bernowski. And out at first is Brian Miller on a 6-3 ground out.
Scrotto didn't come up and play that, but when you have an arm like him, the arm strength that he has, he really can gun it over there. Bernowski holds the bag. First out of the inning, you see Scrotto.
Ed Seeley in the bat now for John Lawrence. Lawrence is the center fielder, but Seeley is the DH for him. Was originally scheduled to bat for Eric Judd, but they made a last-minute game decision to have Seeley bat for Lawrence, and Judd's batting for himself. No balls, 2 strikes. Dalsey ahead of the batter now. Again, we're in that pitcher situation where he can kind of waste a pitch or two here. There's some high heat, and that's strike 3. Great pitch by Dalsey.
Yeah, we seen him earlier. We seen him, I don't know what he struggled with. A lot of his pitches were low. This time he goes upstairs on Seeley. Seeley unable to catch up with that thing. He's throwing it up there pretty good, and that high strike is difficult to hit. You really need quick hands to get around on that high fastball. That's another good one.
Second strikeout of the game for Dalsey, so he has 2, and so does his counterpart, Eric Judd.
Yeah, he's starting to really fire now. He's really releasing well and getting the ball up there in a hurry.
Kyle Denny. That's low, so we're at 1-1, I believe. There's a swing and strike by Denny. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a beautiful afternoon for baseball here in Gloucester County. We are at Woodbury Heights as the Gateway Gators are hosting West Deptford Eagles. And there's a high swing and strike, and that's the 3rd strikeout of the game now for Dalsey as Denny goes down swinging for the 3rd out. So after three complete innings of play, it's 4-0. We're going to watch a replay of that pitch.
It just blows it by him, and you can see there. I mean, the hitter, it's such a disadvantage on that high strike. One of the things Dalsey's had throughout his career is good movement on his fastball. And he usually dips low.
And Kyle,
today it's working for him upstairs.
Kyle Denny, his on-base percentage was .391 and slugging percentage of .526. It's only his 6th strikeout this season. So he normally doesn't strike out, puts contact and gets the bat on the ball, but not on that swing.
We talked there, see looks like the West Deptford crowd over there. Look at them glasses. One guy thought about getting on the phone, decided otherwise. That's me. Sometimes then I'm not a real popular guy, so I always try to see if my phone's working. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Thing working, because no one ever calls me to see what's going on, see what I'm doing anyway.
You don't get those calls like that you got to stop and get like milk and bring that stuff home?
Nah.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Rarely.
Okay.
Rarely does that happen.
So it does happen?
Rarely. Once in a while.
Okay. This has turned out to be a great day. The clouds have kind of gone away here. It is a gorgeous afternoon. Temperatures in the 60s.
There you go. Kids watching the game, enjoying it. Shorts weather, see that? One girl, she's got jeans on.
This field is really close to the, it's a campus-like atmosphere here at Gateway. This field can't be but 100 yards from the school, and all the other students coming out to stop in, watch the baseball game. Up to bat now, Alex Dalsey, the pitcher. We're in the top of the 4th inning. 4-0, West Deptford trails Gateway. Dalsey, a left-handed batter. There's it to Leamy. Ground ball. Leamy throws to Kyle Denny.
Both pitchers have settled in now. Both Dalsey and also Judd have done a nice job of now getting the ball over the plate. And it seemed like they've picked up their velocity a little bit ever since the 1st inning, especially Dalsey. He mentioned, about the school being close, but also in close proximity to one another.
There's a deep ball, way back. That ball is over the fence, bounces, and I believe that's a ground rule double. as John Lawrence was turned and ran immediately on that one. So Bill Baker with a double bounces over the center field fence. We're going to take a look at that, Shawn.
Yeah, Baker with a nice swing. He extends his arms, gets a hold of it, and pushes it through that wind. Just get carried well, despite the fact that wind's blowing in a little bit.
And now that the clouds have gone and we're really the threat of rain, it's not as windy.
No,
you can see the fact the flag's almost hanging limp now. So that could change it a little bit. Some of those balls were hanging up for the outfielders, for Lawrence and Lilly, and now that one just carried. I mean, right off the bat, that was a shot. High fly ball that bounced over center field fence. So in steps John Brunell, right fielder. And on second base, we have, looks like, Scarrato, right.
Yeah, Derek comes in, the left fielder. Runs for Baker.
Yes, because he was the...
Baker is the DH for.
DH for Scarrato.
Little DS, Derek Scarrato.
There's a foul tip off the mask of the catcher. Don Chev, he chases the ball down in front of the West Deptford dugout. He and Judd exchange some pleasantries there. Judd's looking at the baseball. He might want another one there from the home plate umpire, and he's going to get it. That'll be one of those mystery ones where the umpire's going to put it back in the bag, and he's going to get that ball back later and not know it.
You're exactly right.
One ball and one strike. One out. Scarrato on second base is the runner for Baker, who DH'd for him and hit that big double, bounced over center field fence. There, the pitch on the corner. Judd's been hitting that corner now.
Yeah, he's done a nice job of hitting the corner.
John Brunell, he flied out to right field his first time up, made the third out, or correction, he made the second out of the second inning. There's a curveball that almost fooled Brunell, but it was a bit high. It's a 2-2 now, the count.
He thought it might actually come into his shoulder. Gives the turn. John, it certainly looks like his brother has the same physique. Short, compact. Got a lot of power.
That's outside, and it's 3-2.
Well, that was close again. Judd does a nice job of mixing up his pitches. You know, we've talked about this before on the high school level. You don't need to be a fireballer to be successful at this level. You just got to really keep hitters guessing, not just at this level. You just got to keep the hitters guessing, keep them off balance.
And that's outside as Brunell takes a ball. Now it's first and second. John Brunell at first. Derek Scarrato at second base.
If you're able to locate the fastball the way Judd's doing it right now and keeping it on the outside part of the plate, you're going to be able to hang in some ball games.
That's only the second base on balls issued by Judd. There's a slow curve outside and low. One ball, no strikes.
It looked like Jake was thinking about maybe laying one down for a bunt, trying to get on working a base hit. He's got Andrew Gross playing pretty deep at third.
That's high. Ball 2. 2-0. So West Deptford threatening here with one out. Runners at first and second. They trail 4-0 in this ballgame. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Judd looks back Scarrato to second. Comes home with the pitch. There's a deep shot. Back is Lawrence. Back, back, back. Off the fence.
They're gonna have a play. They're gonna have a play at the plate.
What a great.
Gaydos scores.
What a great play. Well,
excuse me. It was
what I think's happening here is John Lawrence made it appeared as if it was a home run, so that the runners would hold up.
Well, he played it off the fence.
He did, but he kind of stood there, and the umpire didn't give a signal because you really can't see that. I mean, it's a clear fence, and you cannot see the ball disappear. You don't know whether it bounces over or not. So Shawn McKenna and base umpire are having a bit of a discussion over this. Now, Scarrato did score on the play at the plate.
I think he.
Until he crosses the dead ball area and goes into the dugout, he can run back here and tag.
I think he hit it the first time.
I thought he did.
But it was just funny to see because he could cross, and the catcher went after Donchev.
Let's take a look at it in here. Let's see that. Let's see if
This
how
ball
close this is to going.
deep by Brunell.
It did.
Bounces off the
top,
fence.
yep.
John Lawrence plays it perfectly, throws it in. I don't know what the signal was called by any of the umpires. But this play, now this could have been an out if Donchev's able to hold on to the ball. But you see him, he steps on the plate the first time.
Yeah, he called him safe.
But then Donchev comes in. I guess we don't have the rest of it. But it was like one of those schoolyard plays where a guy's kind of chasing him around down the backstop. Scarrato's showing some good moves. He might learn the moves from his brother in football. Had a little shake, a little shimmy.
We're trying to get an interpretation for you on what McKenna is discussing. I mean, he has a run scored. He has nobody out on the play. He's got runners at second and third.
Well, he might be arguing that he heard somebody call home run, or maybe an umpire.
And maybe between innings we can talk with the home plate umpire here to try and get an idea as to what happened.
Hey, you want to play for 4 umpires? You won't get out there. Hey, Johnny, home carry. You got a lot of confidence. Hey, get others. One down, check out.
So in steps now after the bit of a brouhaha. David Giuliani steps in. And we got West Deptford runners at second and third. They've scored a run. It's 4-1, 1 out. Judd looks to deliver, steps off the mound. One out. Top of the fourth inning. Judd looks the sign from Donchev. Brings it to Giuliani, low and inside, and that's a ball.
Talked about Giuliani in the open, coming in batting .724, a slugging percentage of 1.172. Not too bad. 2 home runs, a triple, 5 doubles, 16 RBIs. It's been terrific.
That's high. Donchev looks Burnell back to third base. So we got John Burnell on third base, Jake Burnell on second base. So 2 big doubles in the game, and it's a 4-1 Gateway lead, but West Deptford is looking to get back in this game, and there's a shot down the right field line. That's going to bring 2 runs in, as rounding first base is David Giuliani with a 2-run single, and the Brunell brothers score the second and third run of the inning. So 3 hits and a base on balls, and it's a 4-3 ball game now, Shawn.
Now, you know that they're going to get their runs, and Jake Brunell crushing a ball to deep center, and then Giuliani just doing, and they're just putting the machining in drive. And this guy is a hitting machine so far this year. Giuliani has just been fabulous.
Anthony Scarrato now steps in, trying to tie this game up. Looks to bunt, pulls it back. There's a throw down to second base, and in sliding head first is David Giuliani. So now he's in scoring position, and we'll see if Scarato's going to bunt now.
That's his 4th steal of the year. Scarrato stole a base earlier. That was his 9th. He leads the team.
3 runs in the inning so far for West Deptford. They trailed 4-0. Start this top of the 4th inning. And now it's 4-3. There's a pitch on the corner. About belt high. It's 1-1 to Scarrato. Judd looks back Giuliani to second, brings it home. There's a curveball. It's hit high down the first base line. And, misjudging it is Kyle Denny.
Yeah.
He actually overran that play. Nice camera work there by our man on the tower, and it worked really well.
That's Kevin LeMaster all over it. But you see Denny here, he's going to overrun it. Tries to come back for the ball. And by that time he's turned around, he's had a shot of it still, but
1 ball.
That's tough when you get Scarrato to come close to fouling out. You got to face him again.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Scarrato digs in. There's high. Donchev takes that one, leaps up to make that catch. So we're at 2-2 now. 1 out. 4-3 ball game. West Deptford players get a bit fired up in their dugout, trying to entice Scarrato on to bring home Giuliani and knot this baby up at 4. There's a shot. That's deep. Going back is Lawrence again. Does not make a catch. And they call it a double. They call it a double.
West Deptford fans are.
We're going to probably take a replay of that, but it almost appeared from our angle that it hit his glove and went over the fence. Let's see what we have there.
To see.
We're taking a close look at this. It is bounces over. There we go.
So that's still hard to see because the foot's blocking us. I'm seeing if it went over, but apparently it must have bounced over. I don't know. Bounced over.
So there's
bounced over, so we got the good call for
ground rule double to center field. David Giuliani scores, and this game is knotted up at 4, and we've got 3 doubles and a single in this inning by the West Deptford hitting machine here.
Yeah, they're starting to crush the ball. The clouds now have overtaken the sun.
You know what?
It's a pretty big cloud.
It's a big cloud. We got to get the umbrella up here shortly. Well, Eric Judd is trying to stop this from being a cloud burst for West Deptford because he's given up 4 runs here in the inning. And Joe Branowski, now the 7th batter in the inning, and there's time called as West Deptford coach comes out. You know, one of the things about with the umpires, when you're working a 2-man crew like this, a lot of times they try and have you, especially the base umpire, look at that at an angle. So when that ball's hit the center field or right field, they try and get you to instruct them to run at an angle so you can see the ball bounce over. Because when you're looking, I mean, we're standing right here with a camera, and with a replay, we had to see if that ball did bounce over.
There's that cloud I was talking about. I don't know if that's what is it?
Is that a cumulonimbus?
Cumulonimbus? Yeah, I think it is a cumulonimbus.
There you go.
It's one of those cumulonimbus.
All that it took to say that's about how well I did in science class.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
My problem was I was always staring out the window at those cumulonimbus clouds.
Well, there's the cumulonimbus, and then there's the super cumulonimbus.
That's correct.
And I think this could be a super cumulonimbus.
All right, we're at John Branowski with Anthony Scarrato on second base. Eric Judd brings a pitch. And that's a ball. We're at 2-0. Bernowski had a single his first time up. That's a bit outside.
I still don't. I really never saw it bounce over.
Yeah.
I seen that it bounced, but I don't know if it bounced when it went over the fence or before the fence. I couldn't tell by the replay.
Okay.
Either one.
It's 3-0 now. That's right down the middle for a called strike by our home plate umpire, and it's 3-1. Eric Judd now. Trying to keep this West Deptford team from scoring even more runs here in this fourth inning. Gateway was cruising with a 4-0 lead. It's now a 4-4 ball game. There's a high fly ball deep to left field going back. That baby's out of here. That's a home run. John Bernowski with a 2-run home run gives West Deptford a 6-4 lead.
Well, this team's got tremendous pop. The ball just jumps off the bats. Bernowski that time unloads. That ball sent over the middle of over the plate, and that was, there's no doubt about it. That ball carried well to left.
That went almost into the track area surrounding the football field. Casey Havers steps in now with 1 out. West Deptford with a 6-4 lead now here in the top of the fourth inning.
They score runs in a hurry, don't they?
Absolutely they do. There's a ball to Havers. 1-0.
Still only 1 out. Eh?
There's a strike, and we're at 1-1 on the batter. Havers on deck. Frank Mullen, the catcher for West Deptford. And Havers, he's the 8th batter in the inning. There's a high fly ball to Brian Miller, floating underneath it. And it almost got away from him. Again, that wind's blowing. Well, not as strong, but it curved out of play.
And that's that left-handed hitter hitting it the opposite way, and that ball really tails. You can see how that can eat up an outfielder. And Miller does a nice job of staying underneath it. But you can see right here, he's thinking, oh, man, this thing's going further than I thought.
You know, that's one of those where when you're taught, almost like in Little League, that if the ball's going to be below your waist, you should have the glove turned the other way. And he was caught right in between, and that's one of those where a lot of times it'll hit the heel of the glove and bounce out for an error. So nice recovery by Brian Miller in left field for the second out of the inning. Frank Mullen, a catcher. He's a 9th batter in the... Nobody on base. 6 runs in for West Deptford. There's a high fly ball over the second baseman's head. And running is Kevin Leamy with a nice put out behind.
No, he dropped it.
Oh, he did drop it. The camera tower was a bit in the way here.
There, Leamy. It looks like it's an easy play for him.
So
just totally. It looks like he almost took his eyes off it. Coming into his glove.
An error on Leamy. So now Alex Dalsey, who started this thing off by grounding out to make the first out of the inning. You know, if you're the pitcher and you make the first out and possibly the last out of the inning.
There he goes. They're grilling out over behind the first base.
So we got a courtesy runner out there for Frank Mullen.
Guy says, hello, how you doing? Little grill action, huh? Little barbecue going on here at Gateway.
Jakubowski is in the run for West Deptford as a courtesy runner for Mullen. So Dalsey now, 10th batter. Again, he grounded out to second base to start this, and then it was just the green machine at that point took over and scored. Next 6 people scored for the Eagles to give them a 6-4 lead. Judd delivers to Dalsey, and there's a curve for a strike 2.
LAB last at bat. For people at home maybe don't know what that little abbreviation was.
Yeah, it is hit by a pitch, Dalsey was, and then grounded out. So he's 0 for 1 on the day. That's a bit inside off the shoe tops there as Donchev made a nice save to keep Jakubowski on first, who's in there running for catcher Frank Mullen, who's getting on the catching gear as his battery mate Alex Dalsey is batting. That's a bit inside, and down is Jakubowski to second base. So we got a 2-2 count on Dalsey. Jakubowski at second now. As we mentioned, he's in there running for Mullen. Eric Judd, who was doing a fine job up to this point, has given up 6 runs, and many of them earned here in the 4th inning. The ground ball to Bronowski, or correction, Kyle Denny, and Denny takes it unassisted for the 3rd out of the inning. So West Deptford scores 6 runs in the 4th inning to take a 6-4 lead over Gateway. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back for the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 6-4 West Deptford lead. And in batting is Mike Lilly, the right fielder, who's made some nice defensive plays out there in right field for Gateway. There's a high pitch, ball 1-1.
Now the problem for Gateway is they were able to scratch the first 4 across the board, but since then, Alex Dalsey has found his groove, so that's 6th spot by West Deptford. Although it's only a 2-run game, it could be difficult to overcome a 2-run lead because Dalsey's performance now in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th innings.
Mike Lilly, and he was stepping back in the bucket on that one. Strikes out. 3 Ks in a row now for Dalsey. Let's take a look at that, Shawn.
Yeah, this is a nice pitch again. You could say it's that high fastball. Gateway just doesn't want to lay off that pitch. You look at it coming in, you think, man, I'm going to crush this ball. And by the time your back gets through there, it's already blown past you. And Dalsey is really firing it up, man. He has that fastball working for him.
And that first pitch is a strike to his counterpart, Eric Judd. There's a curve,
that's
low and
nasty.
away. 1-1 on the batter. Nice crowd here. Even going way down the left field line. People are just sitting on lawn chairs all the way under the trees, going all the way out to the left field fence.
Decent day to come out, watch a game, especially good Colonial Conference game.
There's off the top of the backstop, rolls back out to Dalsey. We're at 2-2. Oh, I'll tell you what, we have some great camera angles. They are absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. Nice job. I'll tell you what, this spring team that we have together assembled for the Comcast Channel 5 coverage could be one of the best teams I've seen. This has been some outstanding coverage so far this year.
Is the person who gives us raises listening to this? Is that why you're saying?
Oh, no, I'm not saying he's done a great job. I'm saying that the camera people, the audio guy in there, Billy O'Brien, you got CG guy, just unbelievable.
Okay, Eric Judd at 3-2 count. There's a ground ball to Scarrato. Digs it deep, throws across to Bronowski, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
You can see here, a nice swing. That ball's right out over the middle of the plate, but Scarati, you see, he can sit back and wait on it because look at that gun over to first base. He has a terrific arm at short.
He's out by 4 steps.
You know Scarato's got a good arm. He's the closer of this team.
Kevin Leamy steps in now, takes a ball. That one kind of bounced up there. Leamy had a double, scored in the first inning, then struck out in the second inning. So he's 1 for 2 today.
Coach Bob Hemphill out there shouting some instructions to some of the outfielders to maybe play a little bit deeper than what they are right now.
There's a ball. It's 2-0 now. Bottom of the 4th inning. West Deptford leading Gateway. There's a pitch, strike. Right down the middle. Great angle from our center field camera out there.
That one's unmanned. We can't credit anybody for that one.
I saw you out there on the ladder. You were setting that baby up. 3-1 count. And umpire. There goes the ball back out that Dulcie sent back in earlier. Actually, that's the one Judd sent back in. He sent it out to Dulcie now to pitch with it. There's a fly ball deep center field. Back is Giuliani and makes a long stretching catch at the fence. There definitely isn't a warning track out there. We know about that. But he goes all the way back to the fence. Let's see this. He just reaches up. Wow. He was only about 3 or 4 steps from the fence. And so after 4 complete innings of play, it is West Deptford 6, Gateway 4. We'll be right back. Derek Sherrata will now bat for himself. Bill Baker was batting for him, so he's going to be the batter now.
Andrew Gross, comes in.
That bounces in the home plate. And there's a ball. Andrew Gross on the mound now, moves in from third base. Coming off the bench to play third base, Matt Guilfoy. He's going to take Eric Judd's place in the batting lineup, so he'll bat 9th. For those of you keeping a scorecard at home.
There's many, many people that do.
Absolutely. People, many of our viewers, people like Tom Mulholland, who lives in Gateway. He watches all the games on Comcast.
Big fan.
Absolutely.
Big fan. Gonna go home, chart the game after. He's gonna know about Matt Guilfoyle. Andrew Gross, big kid. He's got a decent arm. You can see there. A nice curve that drops off.
They asked for an appeal. The first base base umpire says no swing, so we're at 2-2.
See here, good call. Yeah, nice call. Didn't break his wrist.
Derek Scarrato with a ground ball to Flacco. Flacco throws across to Kyle Denny, and out at first is Derek Scarrato.
Yeah, Dereric's got great wheels down, heading down to first base. And you can see you really don't have much time. You can't take your time on a ground ball hit to the left side of the infield because he can move.
John Brownell steps in now, and John Brownell has flied out to right field and also had a base on balls. He was the second run to score in the big 6-run inning by West Deptford. Little chopper foul down the first baseline. Another one of those excuse me swings there by John Brownell.
Yeah, it just gets a piece of it. Tried to bunt his first time, first pitch.
Ooh, that was close to hitting Brownell. Just turned his shoulder away. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. That sounds like the famous motorcycle pizza delivery guy. Just going by there. There's a famous motorcycle pizza delivery guy in
really?
Woodbury. Yes.
In Woodbury?
Woodbury Heights, yeah.
Not famous to me. I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay. There's a high foul ball, high down the right field line. That is out of play. They just can't get to it. Lily and Denny and Leamy, they all were chasing that down. Gross set to deliver. It's a 2-2 count. Brownell. There's a high fly ball behind second base. Lilly settling under it. He's got it.
Hey, 2 down, now 2 out.
Correction, that's Eric Judd made that catch out there. So Judd has moved out to right field. We thought that was Mike Lilly. Lilly may have been the person to come out of the game.
Good eye by Brownell. Lay off that pitch. Right now you see 1 for 3 with the RBI double. Rocked that pitch straight over the center fielder John Lawrence's head. And that big 6th run, 4th inning.
There's a high fly ball to Leamy. That thing is way up there. That may bring rain. He drifts underneath it and makes the 3rd out of the inning. So after 4.5 innings, we're going to the bottom of the 5th inning now. It is a 6-4 West Deptford lead. You see the Gateway team trying to gather themselves in front of their dugout there, around their coach. Players all putting their hands together, trying to get something started. They jumped out on this thing 4-0, but 6 runs by West Deptford in that 4th inning. They now trail 6-4.
2 big innings by each team. Gateway with a 4-run first, West Deptford with the 6-run 4th. And that's pretty much been it. West Deptford threatened in the 1st inning, had the bases loaded, but Judd was able to work out of trouble, get the double play to end the 1st. Gateway then scored the 4. But Alex Dawsey, since that time, still on the mound here in the bottom of the 5th inning. He's been terrific. Now looks like the softball teams now are kicking back after their game, and now are going to check into this game. Now it looks like they're out in the left field line.
Yeah, if you look down, where the field, you see the players coming behind there. That's the...
it's got to be a pitcher there. It's a hungry pitcher. She looks like she might have got one of those burgers they were growing up behind third base.
That was the girls JV team plays down in that area, down behind the right field area there. And the varsity team plays on the other side.
Touche. Oh, watch them sticks. It's all fun and games. All fun and games until somebody loses an eye.
6-4, Tony Donchev, the catcher, is going to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning here for Gateway. Alex Dawsey with a pitch.
And he is
corner.
locked and loaded right now, and he's zoned in right with Frank Mullen, the catcher. Little pitch and catch right now. He might be working that split fingered. We got a good shot of it there.
Oh, high strike there. That was a ball, but
it's really hard for Gateway to lay off that pitch right now.
Donchev just couldn't lay off of that one. No balls and 2 strikes. Donchev was hit by a pitch, and then there was an error on the shortstop. He reached to the 2nd inning. He also scored in the 1st inning for Gateway.
Well, not him personally. That was the courtesy runner Brad Kane.
Yes, I'm sorry. His position scored. Yeah, Kane scored for running for Donchev. There's a ball.
Good job to lay off that one, because that's the pitch they've been swinging through. I just wanted to give Kane his proper due. We didn't get him early on, so we figured
Kane was able to score.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Nice job.
We got a time called by the home plate umpire. Donchev steps out, looks down to coach for some instructions.
Checking out the little dog behind plate. Just a lot of festivities going on around the diamond.
There's a high fly ball to center field. Drifting under is Giuliani and Brownell, and Brownell takes it as more towards right field. So a fly out to right field for the first out of the inning. Up comes Mike Flacco, the shortstop. And so since issuing a single, a double, a single, two singles rather, or three singles in that first inning, 4 hits, Alex Dalsey rather, has settled in. And there's a strike to Flacco.
Settled in isn't the word. I mean, this guy is really focused right now. Again, with Mullen. Right now, it's just a simple pitch and catch, and he's had good location now. We saw him struggle early with that pitch that was going a little too low and into the dirt. Now, not only has he corrected that pitch, but he's getting the Gateway hitters to swing through that high fastball. Nice pitch there, just outside. Good off-speed pitch. Dalsey wanted it. Thought that was a strike. 2-1 now.
One out, 6-4 lead by West Deptford. That hit the bat. Actually, they say it didn't. It sounded like it hit the bat.
Yeah, it sounded like it hit.
Oh, it did hit the bat. They changed the scoreboard. I was right.
There you go.
2-2.
Yeah, it looked like it looked like it hit the knuckle of the bat.
Yeah, just the sound. You knew that it wasn't.
That ball would have hit him if it had not hit that knuckle. Probably glad that it did hit that knuckle, because it would have hit him right on the hands, right on the fingers. The digits wouldn't have felt good after that.
Bit outside, and we're at 3-2 now on Mike Flacco.
You can see Mike.
Tall, lanky shortstop.
Yeah, he's got some nice size. We talked about earlier, nice athlete for Gateway program.
Dalsey with some heat down the middle. There's a strikeout. And for Dalsey now, that's his 3rd strikeout in the game. Five strikeouts, correction. 5 strikeouts in the game.
3 in a row, right? 3 in a row for him?
He had 3 in a row, right, yeah.
3 in a row, right.
Second out of the inning is a strikeout.
3 in a row when he didn't strike out the side in that.
Tony Donchev flied out to right field, and then Flacco has just struck out. And Andrew Gross, who's moved into the pitching position for Gateway from third base. Matt Gilroy is now playing third base, but Gross still batting in his cleanup position in the batting lineup. There's a bit inside. That's 1 ball and 1 strike. Dalsey looks to Mullen. Mullen trying to get some signs from Coach Shawn McKenna near the dugout. Calls the pitch. The catcher was set up low and inside, and that was high and outside. So somebody's signals got crossed there.
Where the pitch, I think might have just got away from him.
Okay.
Maybe.
2-1 count on Gross. Dalsey with a slow curve that bounces over the plate. So we're at 3-1 now. The count on Andrew Gross. On deck, Brian Miller. So Gateway trying to get something going since scoring those 4 runs. Dalsey has just shut them down. 5 strikeouts since then. Also, he has not given up a hit since the first inning. 4 hits in that first inning and none since. There's one up and out of play. And we're at 3-2 count now. I tried to give Donchev a hit in that second inning, but you guys made me rule that an error.
Yeah. Couldn't give that to him.
Dalsey, and it's grounded right back to him. He throws over to first baseman Joe Bronowski for the third out of the inning. So after 5 complete innings of play, it is West Deptford 6, Gateway 4. We'll be right back. Hi, everybody. This is Rick Gaydos back with Shawn Leary here. We're at Gateway High School for a classic Colonial Conference showdown today, and it has been just that, a classic showdown. Gateway jumped out to a 4-0 lead, and all in the first inning. West Deptford trailed and then scored all 6 of their runs in the 4th inning, and it's been just 2 big innings for both teams. Ball got stuck up behind the home plate umpire there, stuck up in the backstop on that pitch to Giuliani. And Giuliani now, he had a double in the first inning, flied out to center, and then a single. So 2 for 3 on a day, having a good day is David Giuliani, one of the people we talked about before the ball game.
Yeah, he's just been unstoppable. This guy is really hitting the ball extremely well. And it's terrific for this young guy, because when you have a guy like Anthony Scarrato on your team that's going to get a lot of looks, the guys like Giuliani can certainly benefit from that by having Scarrato and all these scouts come and take a look at him. And there's a lot of talent in this program, so you're going to get a lot of colleges coming through here and a lot of scouts coming in, and these guys can benefit from it. A lot of them are coming to see this guy. Anthony Scarrato, one of the top athletes that at least I've seen during my time involved with high school sports over the last 8-9 years.
There's a high throw down, and it gets away from Flacco, but Giuliani doesn't try to go to third base. It didn't get away that far. So some of the changes we have for you. Ed Gross is pitching now, and Matt Gilroy is at third base, and Eric Judd, who was pitching, that Gross is in relief for. Judd has moved out to right field.
Great jump that time by Giuliani. He steals second base rather easily. You can see he's there before the throw even gets there, and throws Aaron a little bit from Donchev.
There's a bit of an off-speed pitch high to Anthony Scarrato, and Scarrato, single, a double, and a walk. So he's been on base 3 times. He scored once in the 4th in that big 4th inning for West Deptford. Gross delivers another high pitch.
What happens here is Giuliani. You say, all right, why do you, with Giuliani, he steals second base, but what you do is you take the bat out of Scarrato's hands. Now Gateway, or a lot of teams, will come out and walk Scarrato. And once that happens, you have runners at first and second. But the problem is, if you're Gateway or any opposing team, you have a lineup that starts with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not your typical 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hole hitters. These guys really produce well. So you have runners at first and second after Giuliani steals. And if Scarrato is indeed walked here, that could spell a lot of trouble for the Gators.
Well, the home plate umpire got a new fresh batch of baseballs, threw one out to the pitcher as Scarrato walked. 2 straight walks now for Gross, first and second. So Andrew Gross with his second walk. 2 walks that he's issued in the game. That's coming in relief. And Joe Bronowski steps in to bat. He had a big home run to cap off that 6-run inning. He also had a single and a base on ball, so he's been on base 3 times. He's 2 for 3. or 2 for 2 rather. There's a bunt. Gross delivers it, throws sideways. It gets away from Gilroy. Racing home is Giuliani, and on to third is Scarrato, and down to second is Bernowski. And it's the Green Machine scoring runs again.
Like I said, you get those 2 runners on. That was a play. That ball was just bunted perfectly.
I think that's
down the third base line.
I would say it's a hit, and then a throwing error, throwing error to.
That bunt was perfectly placed, and then Gross just trying to make something happen down at third. Doesn't come up with it. Now Gateway's looking 3-run deficit and possibly more.
Casey Havers now steps in. He's got runners in scoring position, second and third. Andrew Gross now in relief here since the 5th inning. Havers hits a high fly ball to right center field. Circling underneath it is Lawrence, makes the catch, throws home. Tagging up is Scarrato. He scores, going and tagging up from second to third is Bernowski. So an RBI sacrifice fly for Casey Havers.
Hey, Havers just gets the job done. It's little things that are going to win West Deptford a championship, and it's the bunt, getting the bunt down, making Gateway play, forcing them into errors, and then you get the sacrifice fly, gets the runner home. You're able to steal bases, and all that with having an order that basically is above 300.
And those are the things. Those are the things you learn from a good coach like Shawn McKenna, who is well schooled in the game.
Yeah, he's terrific. Terrific.
So Frank Mullen, the catcher now. He had a single, strikeout, and reached on an error by second baseman. So
they have it all the way up throughout the
1 for 2
feeder system here in West Deptford. I mean, at West Deptford, terrific feeder program. But also the coaching staff as well here with Yowler, Bob Hempel, and Shawn McKenna.
A bit of a pitch out called there by the Gateway coach. Was looking, he thought Bernowski was going to try and get way off the base. Unless that was just not a pitch out, but a bad pitch by Gross. Probably the latter. I don't know why you'd have a pitch out with a guy on third base. Two-one count on Mullen. There's a swing and strike. It's now 2-2. Eight-4 West Deptford lead. Top of the 6th inning. There's a little, sticks his bat out there, racing after it. Near our truck is Kyle Denny. Can't make the catch.
That's a tough play for the umpire. He's got to come out and look behind the dugout.
Right. What happens? Tough. Yeah, the dead ball area goes down
back
to past first base, past the coach's box, and then shoots up at an angle towards our Comcast production truck. Gross looks back, Bernowski to first, comes home with the pitch now, and Mullen holds up on the swing, and it's 3-2 now. So every time it's gotten cloudy here, West Deptford has scored runs in this game. When that sun is shining brightly, they just couldn't score. There's a line drive shot right over the glove of Flacco, and Bernowski scores. Run number 9 for West Deptford. Nice single by Frank Mullen. That's his second hit of the game.
Yeah, he stroked that right above Flacco. Flacco, although he stands at about 6'3", 6'4", just over his glove.
Alex Dalsey has done a nice job pitching, steps in the bat.
Hey, you know what? You gotta say this about this Gateway team. They've shown this year that you called them the comeback kids earlier. They don't give up against anybody. They scored, again, 17 runs in a win against Haddonfield.
There's a pitch and a throw. Steal by Mullen. And his counterpart, Donchev, tried to throw him out, but he couldn't. The Gateway catcher.
It's Mullen's second steal of the year.
So lots of stolen bases so far. I believe that's the third one of the game now for West Deptford. Had 2 this inning, Giuliani and
yeah, I think it's a couple more. Scarrato, I think, stole one, and
correct.
Giuliani stole, I think, 2 so far.
We'll have to check with our official statistician. Get that down. Mr. Stats.
Aren't you the official statistician?
Oh, I'm sorry. Stolen bases. Alex Dalsey. Ground ball to Leamy. Leamy looks over to Kyle Denny, makes the second out of the inning. Down to third base is Mullen on fielder's choice. And Derek Scarrato will now bat his second bat of the game. He was, Bill Baker was DHing for him in the first 2 times, but now 4 stolen bases in the game, so I did get that stat.
Scarrato family in attendance. I even think I saw Grandma Scarrato back there. I don't know if she's Grandma Scarrato, but one of the Scarrato's grandmother back there rooting on her 2 grandkids.
You've dug yourself in that hole. You're going to get yourself out. There's a ground ball to Flacco. It's over his glove, and the 10th run scores now as Mullen crosses home plate.
Yeah, it was a tough bounce there.
An error on the shortstop.
I don't even think he got his glove on it.
It went right over it, yep.
Yeah. That's a tough. I think this had a couple of hops. Good swing. Comes over, he has a beat on it, and then boom, right there, it takes a bad hop on him. Up over his glove.
John Burnell.
10 unanswered by the West Deptford Eagles. That's why this team is 9-0, looking to go 10-0 on the year. This is a team that's stacked now for West Deptford. They're not able to come up with 6 more runs in these final 2 innings.
You see John
dropped to 500.
You see John Burnell batting there. He's flied out twice to right field. Hits the base. It's a fair ball. Goes almost into the outfield as Flacco scoops it up. And of all the things to go wrong, it hits the base. Just when you thought you've seen everything. So a single there.
What's worse for, I'm sorry.
A single there by Burnell, so now first and second.
What's worse is now with 2 outs, you have 2 runners on, and Jake Burnell coming up, and he's the top of the order for West Deptford. And the top of the order has done well their last 2 at-bats.
9th batter in the inning. That's a balk. That's a balk. He came to a stop with his glove, and base umpire called a balk. And so with the score 10 for West Deptford and Gateway 4, we'll be right back. (10-4) West Deptford in front. We just had a balk called by the base umpire as the runners moved on down. Burnell at second base and Derek Scarrato at third base now. 2 outs as Jake Burnell is going to try and knock in his brother along with Derek Scarrato. That's a bit low, and it's 1-1. And again, we were saying on that balk, it appeared as if his left foot with a right-handed pitcher came behind the rubber. And once that happens, you must come home with it. And he turned to try and throw the runner, and that was the balk.
Good explanation.
Thank you, my friend.
Hey, not bad.
So we are at 2 balls and 1 strike. I thought they had that wrong on the scoreboard. I had to wait till they change it. Home of the Gators, and the Gators trailing now. They were ahead 4-0, and now it's 10 unanswered runs by West Deptford. There's a slow curveball, 2-2 count. Nice strike there by Andrew Gross. Jake Brunell, 9th batter in the lineup. There's a ground ball down the middle, just over second base, sliding to save it is Leary. Here's a play at the plate. We're going to have a play, and dropped the ball. Donchev dropped the ball as John Brunell scored on Jake's single up the middle, and Jake goes down to second base.
Yeah, gutsy play by Shawn McKenna, sending him from third. Ball's hit back through the middle. I don't know if Coach thought that the ball had scooted past or he bobbled it, but that ball's going straight back. Leamy smothers it. Just that hesitation allows him to send the runner, and a nice throw. A catch would have had him.
Well, they sent
not too often you're going to see the 2 RBIs on an infield single.
Yep. They sent 10 runners to the plate in the 4th inning, and they now have 10 batters that have gone up, and 6s are wild here for the West Deptford Eagles as they scored 6 in the 4th, and they've got 6 in the 6th, and they're looking to add to it with 2 outs and a 12-4 lead. So Eric Judd gave up 6 runs, and so has Andrew Gross, who came on in relief. David Giuliani started this off with a base on balls and stole third to start off this inning and scored. He also has a double, a single. He flied out to center field. So he's 2 for 3 on the day. A lot of batting averages are going up for West Deptford here today.
Well, it's hard to get them up any higher than what they are, but they are. I talked to Coach McKenna before the game. He said this is the most talented team that he's had during his tenure. And it could be as talented as any team in South Jersey right now. I mean, Gloucester Catholic is obviously a solid program. They lost earlier to Clearview. Eastern we saw here right on Channel 5. One of the top programs.
And you know, Shawn, you were talking earlier about the building program for West Deptford youth baseball. I mean, you got that whole Union Field complex over there. I mean, it just flows baseball. I mean, they just put that out. They got all those fields going on over there. 3 or 4 Little League games going on at one time. Great complex. There's a line drive to center field. Taking it is Lawrence. Coming home is Jake Brunell rather. And Jake scores. Run number 13 for West Deptford. So an RBI single by David Giuliani.
Machine. David Giuliani. This kid is a machine. A hitting machine. He's came into the game batting .724 and hasn't hurt that at all with going 3 for 4. Is that correct?
That's correct. 2 singles and a double. Safe at
Thoroughly
first.
Impressed with Giuliani today.
So David Giuliani now with 2 singles and a double on first base and another RBI.
We gave him you gave him the double. But you gave him the double in the first inning. Was the error on the first baseman. But.
Oh, that's correct. Okay. That was my very...
You're being kind.
That was my kindness. That was my kindness. I was not. I thought I was designated the official scorekeeper for this game.
That's right. That's right.
So Anthony Scarrato now, and he's walked twice, and he's had 2 hits with a single and a double. He's been on base 4 times. There's a 3rd stolen base for Giuliani.
He's trying to catch Scarrato in one game. He has 6 now. stolen bases. Doubled up his output for the year, coming in with 3. Great jump again by Giuliani.
High fly ball out of play. That's out on Tanyard Road. Bounces high off the highway. No, I didn't hear any crashes, so went between 2 cars and a school bus.
And a squirrel running across the street.
There was a squirrel there. Oscarado now trying to get in the 14th run and score Giuliani from second base.
Nice.
There's a strike 3, and after 5.5 innings, it is now 13-4. The undefeated West Deptford Eagles in front of Gateway. We'll be right back. We are here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 13-4 West Deptford lead. In steps Brian Miller, left fielder. And we have a new pitcher in the game for the closer, this is his first close appearance, Anthony Scarrato.
And not a closed situation either. So.
Yes, not a close. He's going to finish. He possibly finish the game for him. You're right. Not a close.
He may close the game and close it out.
He may close out the game, but it will not get a save. That's correct. So Dave McIntyre goes to shortstop. And Dalsey is out of the game, finishes with some nice numbers, even though he gave up 4 runs in that first inning. So Dalsey with 5 strikeouts and 1 walk issued only. Nice numbers by Alex Dalsey. Anthony Scarrato pitching to Brian Miller. 2-2 count on Miller. We are here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 13-4 game. And if you're joining us late, West Deptford spotted Gateway 4 runs in the first inning and then scored 6 in the 4th and 7 in the 6th for a 13-4 lead. On a lot of doubles and a home run and a lot of singles and a lot of hits. The Green Machine. Is that their official name now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I like it. I like the Green Machine.
There we go.
See Scarrato, he's got a good live arm also.
Strikeout for Scarrato, and Miller strikes out for Brian Miller. His first strikeout. He did score a run in that first inning for Gateway. There's a pop-up out of play as Ed Seeley, the DH, he's been batting for center fielder John Lawrence this entire ball game. Seeley with a ground out and a strikeout. He's 0 for 2 on the day. There's a pitch on the outside corner. We're at 0-2.
Here we go.
Center fielder stretched down his neck a little bit.
That's a pitch on the corner. That's a ball.
That's Giuliani out there having a good time. See him smiling. I guess I'd be smiling too if I was 9-0, soon to be possibly 10-0 with a 13-4 lead.
Another strikeout for Scarrato. Scarrato trying to imitate Billy Wagner here with this score. He's coming in and just, 2 big strikeouts. Just throwing heat right here. You know what, Shawn, I don't believe there's nothing this kid can do.
Nothing this kid can do?
Can't do.
Can't do.
Can't do. In fact, well, double negative, right? Shawn would be a positive.
Yeah.
In fact, if they won, I bet you he could even drive the bus back to West Deptford.
He's probably 17, 18 years old.
Get a CDL license with those air brakes.
He's a terrific athlete. He has a tremendous amount of tools in baseball, in football. We've seen him play safety since he was a freshman, took over a quarterback, and is an outstanding two-star athlete at West Deptford, both during the fall season with football and spring with baseball. But I think it's very difficult to say what his better sport is or what he'll choose to do in the next few years. He already has the Penn State gig going on with Joe Paterno. But there has been talk that he will be drafted very high. And some six figures will be calling him.
There's a ball for it. That's his first walk he's issued after 2 straight strikeouts. So Kyle Denny goes down to first base, and now batting Mike Lilly. Batting now. And on deck, Eric Judd.
Gonna run out of sun soon.
There's a high-pitched throw down to first base. On top of the helmet to try to make the tag was Bernowski, but diving back, Kyle Denny.
It's just getting back to the bag, and you can see Mullen. He's a terrific arm behind plate. Good call by the umpire. Then he definitely got back in, just underneath the tag of Bernowski.
So Mike Lilly, he struck out and had a single in the first inning for part of those runs that there was, or helped knock in a couple of those runs. We got 2 outs, 2-1 count on Lilly. Scarrato looks back Denny to first. There's a swing and strike throw down by catcher Frank Mullen. Nothing doing there. He's called safe at first, so it's 2-2. 13-4 ball game. West Deptford in front of Gateway. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Ooh, almost.
Low and inside on that small changeup there, curveball. 3-2. Here's the count. And we'll see if Denny is off and running here on a 3-2 count with 2 outs. There he goes. There's a swinging strike 3 for the 3rd out. Strikes out the side after issuing 1 base on balls between those. 13-4, West Deptford in front of Gateway after 6 complete innings. We'll be right back. We're here at the top of the 7th inning of this Colonial Conference game between undefeated West Deptford Eagles and the Gators at Gateway at 6-5. And West Deptford on top, 13-4 after spotting Gateway 4 runs in that first inning. And we talked earlier off the air a little bit about Shawn McKenna, and he was walking by here in real close proximity to our broadcast area. Turned back to his team Now they're ahead 13-4. He turned back to his team and said, let's keep up the intensity. Now you're ahead 13-4. I mean, you just don't back off. I mean, keep it going. And not trying to say so much he's pouring on the score, but he just wants the players to stay focused, maintain that hitting prowess that they have, and keep it going.
And he did walk by here close and got a good look at him. I would do what he said, too. I'd keep up the intensity.
Yes.
He's a big dude.
Past the pitcher, and Kevin Leamy gets it, throws over to Kyle Perry. And
there you see him over there.
4-3 on that ground out.
Either he eats really well or he lifts a lot of weights, because he's thick. You know what I mean? He's got some arms on him, little pythons working for him. Nice throw over by Leamy.
1 out. In steps left-handed batter Casey Havers. He grounded into a double play in that first inning, and then flied out to shortstop. He flied out to left field, and he flied out to center field. So he's
spraying it around a little bit.
He's moving those outs around for everybody. And it was a sacrifice fly on that last one, but again, that was with the runner coming in from third base. So Andrew Gross now. 1 out. Airs off Gross's foot, bounces over to Kyle Perry, race down to first base, and they call him out at first base. For the second out. What a play. Let's see if we got a replay on that one. I don't know if we can hear that, but I won't be able to see it, but it was. I mean, that thing hit off his foot. And the home plate umpire walks out and asks the pitcher if he's okay. I mean, you can see how far that ball rebounded after hitting, looked like be the side of the foot of Andrew Gross, the pitcher.
Little kick save.
So they're letting him throw a couple pitches, which they're allowed to do.
We've seen a couple kick saves on Channel 5 this year, although we haven't done any hockey or field hockey or anything like that. We had the kick save in softball with Pittman and Glassbauer, for all those who didn't see that. The left fielder. Probably one of the strangest things I've ever seen in high school sports. On a single to left field, she kind of kicked it up to herself.
Wow.
And then.
Well, we got 2 outs. We got 2 outs. We got 1 ball. There's a high foul ball behind our fans here. Bounces out near the construction area. A lot of construction going on here at Gateway. They're putting some addition onto the school. It's 1-1. There's a fly ball out to center field, and Lawrence comes in for it and takes it, puts it away for the 3rd out of the inning as Mullen flies out to Lawrence.
So we checked over at the West Deptford scorebook, and they called that hit by Giuliani in the first inning a double. Then we checked the Gateway scorebook, and they called it an error. Isn't that funny how that happens?
That is funny how that happens.
Not that funny, because I guess it's really not that funny, but I guess it turned out to be a little funny.
I think it was fun.
But it just, you go over to one side, and they want to give Giuliani the hit, and the other side says, no way, that's an error. I said it was an error myself, and you looked at it and said it was a double. It's all, I guess, by perception of what you think a play, an easy play is, or a difficult play. Nice day. You can see, look, there's still a bunch of people out here hanging out, watching the game. Going to eat a late dinner tonight, because we got to be close to 7 o'clock, right? Look at that cloud. That's it. It's a serious. There's a serious crowd or a serious cloud.
Now, what you're going to do here by saying that is, someone who's watching the game at home is going to be looking, and you're going to say what time it is, and this game is on delay.
Right. So
they're going to wonder what time it is. You're going to have this poor guy watching the game get up and change all the clocks in his house. he's gonna, and then his wife's going to come home and go, "What are you doing? You changed all the clocks in the house." They said, "Well, Shawn Leary said it was only 6:30.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So all these,
I didn't think about that.
all these poor guys watching the game on Comcast.
So what are you saying, guys? Are you? Is it a general statement? Guys are stupid that they're not going to realize it's 7 o'clock or it's pitch dark outside.
No, what I'm trying to say is that Leary speaks the gospel.
Okay.
And that's what happens.
All right, don't change your clocks at home.
I'd be leery of changing your clock.
Yeah,
okay, we are
I need to do that out
batting for Eric Judd, who was the pitcher in this game, the starting pitcher, has been playing right field now, and he's going to come up the bat. He grounded out to first base in the first inning, and then grounded out to shortstop in the fourth inning. So now batting for third. He's 0 for 2 today. Nice pitch by Scarrato. Hey, 1-1 count. There's a curveball that has Judd fooled a bit, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
We can stay on Scarrato, but he has a strange windup how he moves his feet. You see him, he steps there, he steps back, and then delivers. I think he'd have to
it's
take
somewhat,
out his initial movement.
It looks like he could do that entire windup in a phone booth. I mean, everything is so compact.
Yeah, it's his first movement with his feet that he. See how and then he steps off the rubber. It's actually his feet, not actually his legs, his feet. He steps off the rubber and then pulls that leg up and fires.
All right, we're going to take a look at it for you here. It's 3-2 count on the batter. We're going to try
and his feet here. Watch.
Keep it on.
Comes off the rubber and then comes into his windup.
4th strikeout of the game now for Scarrato.
There you go. You can see it here. See, he's going to come off the rubber, then go into his windup. A little different. It works for him though. He's fan 4. So it seems to be doing well. Here comes Leary. Wow, way in front of that one.
So since the first inning, when Alex Dalsey gave up 4 hits, between he and Scarrato now, they have not given up a hit to a Gateway batter since that. Right. 4 strikeouts and a base on balls. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Gateway trails West Deptford 13-4 here in this Colonial Conference game. And that went up and through and stuck in the backstop. And that's 2 of them up there now. So, Shawn, you can come back after the game, get yourself a couple of baseballs when everybody's gone.
Nah, I'm all right.
Okay. Or you can give them to our director. He really could use it.
Yeah, he's
absolutely
a big fan. He's a big fan of. Might want to get one of them things down. Get Scarrato to sign it. As good as he is.
If he
someday that thing could be worth millions.
If he doesn't, I'll sign it for him.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As the sun slowly sets here in Woodbury Heights, and it's slowly setting on Gateway, trying to pull out a victory here, as this Anthony Scarrato now in relief of Alex Dalsey, and since the first inning, they have just shut down this Gateway baseball team. There's a swing and strike, and that's 5 strikeouts now, and a total of 10 in the game, 5 for Dalsey and 5 for Scarrato. Take a look at that.
Scarrato's just going to blow Leary away with a high fastball, and Gateway has been unable to stay off that high pitch. And you see it coming in, you think that it's in the strike zone. You think you're going to be able to catch up to it. As we've seen here today, it's very difficult for anybody to hit that high strike. I mean, it's really one of the toughest pitches to hit at the high school level. You see a lot of guys swing and throw it. That was a little too high.
That hit one of the pipes on the backstop, bounced all the way back out to Scarrato. Now 2 balls and no strikes. So West Deptford looking to go, and it looks like they're going to go 10-0 on the season. And that's a pitch. It's a bit outside, low, 3-0. There's a strike. Belled high on a corner. 3-1. So Anthony Scarrato trying to finish off catcher Tony Donchev of Gateway. Try and make him his 6th strikeout victim. There's 3-2, and he's working on it. So for not having pitched at all in a closing situation, even though we said with this big of a lead it isn't, but finishing out the game because they've had such large leads and a lot of complete games by their pitchers. Strike 3. Calls him out. So another strikeout. So Donchev goes down, and that's the ball game. The final score, West Deptford goes to 10-0, undefeated. Gateway goes at 500 now. They're at 6-6. So our final line score on the game was West Deptford 13 runs on 15 hits, no errors, and Gateway 4 runs on 4 hits, and they committed 4 errors in the ball game. You see the team shaking hands as tradition here in the Colonial Conference and many of the conferences in baseball and high school baseball. For Shawn Leary, this is Rick Gaydos bidding you a good night and see you later.